Hello and welcome back to my aquarium, and today we're going to be using the Elementalist to try to get higher in these curse levels here. We're going to go ahead to the Caves of Daljong, my old buddy from high school, and try to finish up to and including Tier 5 of Curse. So let's go ahead and jump into that. Before we get too deep into the video here, I am going to go for a beam run. I want to say it off the bat, so we're going to see if we can get some other beams besides our regular beam here. And then after that, I just want to say this is going to be the last episode of this that I'm posting on the second channel here. So if you've been watching on the second channel, you've been enjoying, and you want to see more of this series, then go subscribe to my main channel. I'm going to try to put it in the top right of this video. I'm going to put it in the description. I'm going to put it on my channel page, everywhere that I can think to put the link to my main channel. I'm going to go ahead and put it so you can get yourself there. It's just called Roger is my main channel. That's why this is Roger's Aquarium, because I welcome you into my aquarium. But there's many reasons for why I'm switching this content to the main channel, mostly just because I worked really hard to build up that community and get into the YouTube Partner Program, and there's a lot of incentives that come with that, and it's kind of unfair to myself to not go ahead and post all the content I make, or at least most of the content I make, to that main channel. So I'm not really going to be posting anything here for now. I don't know what I'm going to use this channel for, maybe something different in the future, but for now, this is going to be the end of this channel being used. And again, that might change in the future, but for now, not anymore. Oh, light beam, perfect. So, that is the situation there. So now you know, and you can't be like, oh, where'd Roger go? You stopped posting. You said this was a daily series. It is a daily series, but not here anymore. So, there's the information for you on that. Thank you for supporting the series, though, and actually watching. If you're someone who's watched a lot of these, all of them, thank you. I really love making the series. I've actually scrapped a few episodes here lately because it's gotten really hard to actually beat these. I've used a few different characters on excuse me, I'm trying to clear my throat a little bit here, getting through some of these tiers of curse, and it's been really difficult, honestly. I'm looking for lava shield. Creates 3 orbs that rotate around you for 6 seconds, exploding on contact with enemies, causing 290 damage and applying melting. This is one of the unique abilities for this character. I'm going to go ahead and try it, and then I'm just looking for more beam attacks, is what I want to see. Oh, and for my runes, I forgot to mention, I have the one that takes less damage, our special weapon, that's what we have, called Lightning, and then this one, which is increase the the chance for long chains of multicasting to happen. I'll actually clear my throat here really quick, so just 1 second to mute myself. Okay, thank you very much. So we do have that rune on, so I want to see if we can get crazy multicast chains on our beams or something, and then just get beams going for a really long time? Unless I'm misreading that, then that should be how that works. So I want to see if we can get that to happen. It sounds really cool to me, and it sounds like we can probably add up some damage really quickly like that. So that's my idea. I want to try that. And I know beam runs can be pretty strong, so I want to try to stack up a super strong beam run if I can. We already got 2 beam attacks here. I want to see if I can get a 3rd one. I think there's Arcane Beam should still be in the pool of weapons we can get. So that's the idea, is to get that. Smite, Meteor, Void, Arcane Beam, perfect, that's just what I was saying. Okay, so let's have 1,088 damage, cool. And then we have 1 extra little ability we can pick up here. I'm going to stack as much Fragility as I can. And then, yeah, damage there. Ooh, maybe Arcane Sparks, because that can get us exposed on the enemies. Sure, let's go ahead and try it. And then just multicast in general. Dodge down here. Okay, this is where it starts getting hairy, because there's a lot of enemies now. Yeah, I've been having trouble kind of just finishing runs, winning runs lately, just because I've been getting my cheeks beat a little bit. These Soulstone Stealer Sucker boys are pretty strong, but they're not really the big deal. Oops, okay, as I get smacked around by the little Soul Sucker. Let's get some movement speed going here. XP, Fragility, sure. Electric, cool. No thank you, I like what we have here. I don't think that this lava shield's gonna be that good, but then again, I don't really know, so it's worth a try, right? We should get some of these totems killed while we're at it. So why not? Honestly, we're stacking up damage pretty quick on these guys. Yeah, that was not too bad of a slap. Get these Arcane Sparks out here. The more we get damage modifier, area modifier, obviously cast frequency, tough stuff. On them, we can get a lot of exposed on our enemies and then just take them out much easier with the beams. That's the idea I'm kind of working off here. You can't really see the lava shield around me, but if you see there's little bits of red around me, that is the lava shield. And it's going to be just about... I don't really know if I'm going to be able to use those on the boss, really. I guess we actually hit them a little bit there. I need to be faster. I'm feeling a little slow right now, which is usual for me. I'm already getting my cheeks clapped a little bit here. Really, there's not too much I can do about it sometimes. And that's kind of what I've been running into lately. Even if this run is a bit of a dud like I've been running into lately, I'm just going to go ahead and post it. I honestly kind of just feeling like stopping doing curse levels and just unlocking stuff again, you know? And just doing some more fun runs, like some Overlord Exploder. Overlord stuff, maybe some endless modes. Know where I can go from that. That's a little unfair, unfun. That's what I've been running into a lot of unfair, unfun. Let's get some, yeah, might as well get some defense stuff. Last ability here, let's be ready to dodge. Kind of smacking this Alexi right here. Okay, I can't dodge that too easy. I feel really slow. It's been happening a lot lately. I just feel so slow, even when I'm like not on necessarily someone considered to be a super slow character. You know what I mean? Whoop. Dodge cooldown will be cool. Obviously that's not an upgrade you can get, but I'm saying it would be cool if I just like had it. Honestly, just give me the block power. Yeah, I'll take a little bit of damage modifier there. Sure. Movement speed, please. Alright, I feel a little better now. Just need to get that movement speed up. I would love to do another Death Knight run, but I'm afraid like I'll just be unsuccessful with it. These higher difficulty tiers, you know, like I don't know if I can do it. But something I'd be interested in trying though, for sure. I'm trying to actually kill these guys for another boss's spawn. That's what keeps happening to me. Bosses keep stacking up on me, and I feel like there's nothing I can do about it. So I'm actually trying to kill these guys before a bunch of bosses stack up. And also try not to get my cheeks slapped too much. So this is another one of the unique abilities here. Frozen Warhammer. Conjures a Frozen Warhammer to slam targets in front of you, dealing a lot of damage. Okay, an extra damage per stack of slow paralysis. I mean, that's probably better than this, right? But I'm honestly just going to stay with the Lava Shield for now because it's also another ability that we've never tried, so why not just try it? Yeah, I mean, I do love this series, you know, it's one that I have a lot of fun recording and just getting to talk and whatnot, so I want to bring that to my main channel where hopefully I can catch some more eyes with it and maybe get these videos able to be picked up by the algorithm a little more. Would be cool. I don't know if that will be the case, you know, because it's the same thing as on here. Like, even the videos on this channel can't get picked up by the algorithm. That all matters, just like how people interact with them when they first release. If you interact with them well when they first release, then they're going to do well. I did not mean to trade my movement speed there. Ooh, so Lightning Beam or Lava Shield? Lightning Beam, please. Speaking of Lightning Beam, let's tear him up with it. And then we got the other boss. Okay, cool. I actually took all the bosses out before the next one spawned. Not that quickly before the other one spawned, but still did it. I just got back from bowling with some of my friends. It was an awesome time. We were just talking. We were going to go bowling on my birthday. We just kind of spur of the moment. We were like, man, we could go bowling right now. And then they were tired, so we ended up not doing it. And then tomorrow, or yesterday, we were going to do it. And they were tired again, too. And I was pretty tired, honestly. So I was like, yeah, don't even worry about it. So we ended up not going for the past 2 times that we wanted to. And then tonight we're like, all right, we're doing it tonight. And it actually worked out because tonight was glow bowling. You know, it's really kind of like turn on the UV lights and like different like lighting effects and play a bunch of loud music. And you get to go until like 1 in the morning, which we did. And it was a pretty fun time. And honestly, I did pretty good, and they did too. We were all surprised because we were like, man, I suck at bowling, and we all said that. And I still like bowling, even though I usually suck at it. Nice, another dash charge there. It's just still, it can be fun, you know? Like, I don't go to win necessarily. Most things in life, I play to win. But with bowling, I kind of just go to hang out with friends and have some fun. Ooh, dodge me up here. I'm trying to just stick Devil Boy down here, because he's the one that's been in my line of sights the most. But if I can stick Icy Boy too, or, yeah, come this way, Devil Boy. Dodge out of the way there. And I got my first over 100 point game of bowling tonight. So the first game, I went with my friends, like, I don't know if I should say their names or not, but I went with 2 of my friends. And my dude won the first match, but that was technically the warm-up match. We were like, all right, this game doesn't count because it's warm-up. But then he won, and it was like, you know, if you win the warm-up game, you're still like, okay, I won. But then you're like, everyone else has the privilege of being like, yeah, but that was the warm-up game, it didn't count. But you know in your heart of hearts, like, you won. So he was feeling pretty good about that. He smoked us pretty good. I almost had to come back on the first game, actually. And my other friend won the third game, but the second game, I did really good, and I had 3 frames in a row where I got a strike, and then a spare on the last one, and I had my first over 100-point game ever. So I was pretty proud of myself, because usually I'm not like the greatest bowler, but I was actually starting to like get it down a little bit tonight. I was like seeing how to bowl. I was like, oh, this is how you bowl. Like I think I've had problems with not letting go of the ball fast enough, so then the ball kind of like hangs on my fingers and then it doesn't go exactly where I want, and then my aim will be off sometimes, and I kind of like started realizing exactly how to aim tonight. And I was like using the dots on the floor to like actually line my feet up correctly, and like knowing the exact moments when to let go of the ball and all this stuff. And I was like actually starting to bowl pretty well, and I was like, oh shoot, this is actually pretty good. And I told my friends, I was like, honestly, I think if we like went bowling more often, we could get pretty good, because like all of us did pretty darn good in our own respective matches, where I was like, I think if we kept going, like we could actually give some good competition to each other. So I think we might do that more often, honestly. I had a good time. Especially more fun with the glow bowling, you know, and you're just like jamming out and there's all these like old school hip hop songs playing. Whoop, dash me out, chief. And you're just like, glow bowl's sick, brother, and that's what was happening. I had a heck of a time. Boop, boop, boop. Hello there, Baseblade. I have dashes here, but they don't even seem that good. My dashes seem like they're not going as far as other times. Even when I chain them like that, I just feel like I'm not really going super far. Okay, I need to actually get in here and do some damage to these bosses, though. Yeah, if you want to chase me, that's fine with me. Chase me to a point that I can, like, hit you reliably. Like, that was pretty good. I got some good damage on you for a while there. Like, this is good. Got some shit thrown at me here. Oh, I didn't dodge too well there. Didn't dodge terribly, but just not too well. Give me the movement speed, always, always. And cast frequency, let's go. Hello. Yeah, come this way. You want to stop and do some attacks there? That's fine. Whoa! Prophetess is kind of standing in there too, which I probably need to attack her last just because she's kind of like in there. Little health crystal here, I'll kind of hit that, why not? So yeah, bowling, quite a fan. I was just happy to get over 100 points. I got greedy there on that boss crystal, but it was actually fine. Why are you so fast, sir? But definitely one thing I noticed is, like, you know, I'm not the strongest guy in the world, but I worked out for a while and I've been a little lazy about it, but I've been meaning to get back into it. And now I'm like really actually like want to, because I noticed I was like able to bowl with much heavier balls than I ever have been before. Like usually I kind of went for like, you know, the 8-pound with like extra large finger holes because my fingies couldn't fit in there. But it was just like a good weight where I could kind of lob it with a very good strength down the lane, and then like I would go for a 10 or an 11 as like my max if I really wanted to like do a heavy ball down lane. And tonight I was actually able to use a 13-pound ball without too much of a problem, and I actually started getting kind of good with the 13-pound ball where I was able to actually aim it like kind of reliably, and I was like, oh, this is awesome. Feeling myself that I've actually gotten stronger since last time I bowled, which is a darn while ago, but like I can actually like do it pretty well now. That felt pretty cool to actually see that improvement, and it kind of juiced me up to like, man, I want to start working out again so I can I want to go chuck I told my friends, I was like, I'm not going to stop until I can chuck like a full-size toddler down that lane. Not that I will, but I want the strength to where I could do that and people will be like, that man's throwing toddlers. Cast frequency, yes please. So that was cool. But yeah, just getting over 100 points, I was like, this is dope. But I was actually starting to like, it wasn't just me getting lucky throws or something. I was actually like lining my feet up, you know, making sure I did like a couple of practice swings with my arm and then like getting in there and just crushing out a nice throw down the lane. And I was like, this is dope. Like I'm actually bowling well. I was pretty proud of myself, as you can probably tell, because I won't shut up about it. But bowling's pretty sick. I want to do it more often. It was a darn fun time. I went to the wrong lane. I got like my lanes switched up. You know, there's like certain bowling alleys in your town, and I was like, yeah, it's this one. It's the one we used to always go to, but it was actually a different one that we used to always go to, and I was like, oops. But it was fine. It was still glow bowling at this place, and we actually got ourselves our own little lane, and there wasn't too many people there. It's weird. Like I don't go to like a gym because I don't like the idea of like people looking at me. while I work out. Even though I know nobody cares, you know, like nobody cares about what you're doing almost at any point in life because they're too concerned with what they're doing to care about you. It's a good lesson to learn if you're an anxious person, as I am myself, and it's like I kind of try to remind myself, like, no one cares what I'm doing right now. Stuck in architecture there, gotta call it out, because they're too worried about if they look stupid, and you're not even looking at them. Oh, okay, I'm sorry, that was a little silly. A little silly of me, but also very silly of the game, because, like, what the fuck was that? What the fuck was that? Get out of here, totem. No one likes your ass. Oh, you got crushed. You look so stupid right now. Can you get crushed too? Can you also just look stupid? You look stupid. So yeah, I mean, definitely a good lesson to learn. But, fuck off. I don't have that same anxieties when I'm bowling. Like, I don't give a shit what people see when I'm bowling, because I'll do like a little victory dance. You know, my friends do a little victory dance when they get like a strike or something, or just win the match, whatever it may be. You know, I'll be twerking down the lane and just throwing out some crazy gutter ball, and I'm not ashamed at all. I'm just like, hey, that's the way the cookie crumbles, brother. But it's like, you want me to go in the gym and work out in front of people? Hell no. I like how there's just random shit hitting me a bunch, and it's like, no, really shouldn't be. Oh, I just want to like live here. But I also need to take these spiders out and actually get some XP. They are elites, I'm pretty sure, so I would love them to just drop their XP for me. Hello. Alright. I need to actually hit these bosses is my other thing. Yes. Yeah, just kind of stand there for me. Dude, what the fuck is hitting me? What is that sword attack? It has to be one of these Soulstone motherfuckers. You know, the ones that try to steal your Soulstones? But there's not an attack lining up on me. It's just like spawning a sword on my asshole. I'm sorry if I die. I'm not taking blame for that to a certain degree, because like, what the hell? You can't spawn an attack in my asshole and be like, oh, looks like it got you there. Fuck you, look, it's this guy. It's this big paladin guy. He's just spawning swords on me. Get the fuck out of here. Give me that. You suck. I don't even know where he went. My dashes are not chaining correctly. Like, other times I've used my dashes in other runs, and they'll, like, pew, you know, fly me across the screen. Here's the predicament I get in where I couldn't kill the other bosses because I literally couldn't get to them. Oh, I vey, architecture. Put a wall in my face. And then more bosses spawn, and then I literally can't get to the old bosses to finish them off because now there's too much effects on the screen. But I can't get to the new boxes either. Like, what the fuck do you want me to do? You just get screwed over. And I have more damage on this run than I had in some other ones. I'm changing my dodge key back, to be honest with you. My pinky's too tired. Keybinds. Can I make it? In some games you can set 2 keybinds. Let's see, my also memory get fucked up now. But you can't set 2 keybinds in this. If I could set 2 keybinds, then I would set my left shift and my spacebar, but I can't. Yeah, I might die for muscle memory here, because I might go to press my shift and then die for it. But, you know. Might be a risk I have to take. Might be a risk I have to take. Yeah, I could probably trade out Lava Shield here, to be honest. Where's the Plague Bearer? And could I kill him? He's Beyblading, I think. I think the game might have bullshitted me again and said I got hit there. Just trying to focus on my character model now. The problem is with this build, my attacks are all very straightforward and like have to be aimed. Like, why aren't my dashes chaining better? Do you see this? Assuming you can see what I'm talking about, where I'm like, look, that was 4 dashes. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's like, what the heck? Usually I dash 4 times and it's like, zoom, you fly across the screen. Right now it's just like barely moving. Like, how? Alright, where's the Plague Bearer? I see him up here. I can't. I can't play the game against them. There's too many. Like, they don't want me to win, which kind of makes sense. But I was saying this before, I think both the episodes I scrapped, where I was kind of saying how the balance of this game is not very good. Because the balance in a game should be making things actually more difficult in a way that is challenging, not in a way that's bullshit. And the way they increase difficulty in this game is just like, there's so much stuff on screen that you can't play the game. And in my opinion, that's not a fun way, or an interesting way, or a good way to up the difficulty. It needs to be like, here's not as many bosses, here's less bosses on screen, but they have more health, you know what I mean? You have less health. Maybe they lower your movement speed, because, man, I already feel slow as a fucking dog. But, I should say a dog stuck in a tar pit. But at the same time, it's like, I'm slow, my dashes don't feel like they're chaining correctly, and I can't kill these bosses because they have so much health, but they're also covering the entire ground with attacks, so I literally can't get close enough to kill the ones that I want to kill. Like, look how long Alexi's been at 1 HP. But there you go, finally got him. Like, I would love to kill Fireboy. It's another thing I was talking about. I think they need to make groups of bosses, so like sets of bosses. So Alexi can never spawn with the incarnation of Fire boss. Because the thing is, when they spawn together, they're covering the entirety of the ground. And so I can't even get close enough to them to take them out. When Alexi spawns with the Prophetess, it doesn't cover as much ground as Alexi does. My mouse went to my second monitor there, and I couldn't aim. Which that one's on me. I didn't notice it went to my second monitor, to be honest. So it's just, I think they need to make sets of bosses so that I can actually, you know, have fair sets, because some bosses in combination with each other just aren't fair. And then bosses could overlap even if they're not in the same set, if it got to the point where they were spawning bosses, you know, from the next set. You know what I mean? Like, okay, you took too long, you killed too many enemies. Now bosses from the next set are spawning, and now Alexi can exist with the incarnation of Fire Guy at the same time, because you took too long to kill the other bosses in the previous set altogether, you know what I mean? And that could be a way of fairly making bosses like that stack up with each other. But I think the way it is now, they kind of just way unfairly stack with each other. Here comes Flamethrower Attack, like Flamethrower Attack mixed with the Beam Attack from the other guy are two, like, beam type attacks. Boy, bae. That I'm stuck in architecture. That are really both hard to dodge, and if they intersect with each other, sometimes your dodges aren't going to have correct iframes, and you're just going to get hit. I've had it happen a lot of times, and it's very annoying, very unfortunate, but that's what I'm saying. So I don't think those two bosses should ever be in the same set, or be able to spawn at the same time, unless they, you know, loop into the next set, because it's just not very fair, in my opinion. And that's what my whole point is. Balancing shouldn't be like, oh, it's hard because it's unfair. It should be hard because there's actual, like, difficulty. You know what I mean? Like, real difficulty. But difficulty is balanced with the thought of, okay, I can play around this. This is difficult, but there is the ability to play around this. And right now with some of the balancing it does, it's like, this is difficult and I can't play around it. You know what I mean? And that's my main problem with it all. Wait, architecture, architecture, architecture. Architecture, architecture, architecture. Cool. So that's my main problems with the game, in case you're wondering. I'm trying to light him on fire a little bit. Looks like the radius of the lava shield exploding is actually pretty big, so we did apply some melting to him. I'm excited to see how much damage it has done at the end of this run. Here comes Flamethrower Attack. Can't get too far away from him when he's doing the Flamethrower Attack, which I don't really necessarily want to anyways, because I would like to actually literally and metaphorically burn him down. Hey, speaking of, he's dead. So he did it. Hey! Yeah, and that will conclude the last run of this series on this channel. Wait, no, my ability. Let's see here. 37 mil from Lightning Beam, Call Lightning was really good, Arcane Beam was really good, and Light Beam was the most lackluster. Of course it was level 6, so that makes sense. Arcane Sparks did pretty good. I was mostly using them for the exposed buff, or debuff I should say. And then, yeah, Lava Shield I thought would be kind of lackluster, but not honestly as bad as I thought it might be. Next time I wouldn't have taken Lava Shield, but it was just a new ability, I wanted to try it out. Not too bad of a run there, and just, like I said, next time we are going to be on my main channel. So starting Sunday, tomorrow, this should go up on Saturday. If you're interested in keeping up with this series and watching more of it, go to my main channel. If you're not interested in watching my Destiny videos that I post there, which is my main game, then don't even worry about it. I have no hard feelings if you don't want to watch any other content except for this. But if you do want to see more of this game, then go to my main channel and I will continue that series there. But that is it for me today. I really appreciate you watching. And if you want to leave me a like, comment, subscribe, or hit that notification bell so you can see more in the future, although you want to go do those things on my main channel now. Thank you so much for watching, though. I really appreciate it. And as always, have a great day.